A broker is responsible if an affiliated licensee violates any provision of the Georgia real estate license law, unless the broker is able to demonstrate that the licensee is covered by a current error and omission insurance policy. The broker did not participate in or ratify the violation, because only a broker is responsible if an affiliated license violates any provision of the Georgia real estate license law, unless the broker is able to demonstrate that the broker did not participate in or ratify the violation. Julia, a Georgia real estate licensee, acted as a principal in the sale of a small office building that she owned. Steve, a licensed Georgia real estate broker, acted as a listing broker for Julia property. Steve deposited $50,000 earnest money, check from the purchase seller, in his escrow account, but stole the money prior to closing. Julia received $50,000 less than she was entitled to at the closing. She sued Steve and obtained a $50,000 judgment, which is uncollectible because Steve has left the country and his whereabouts are unknown. Julia applies to the Georgia Real Estate Commission for recovery of the $25,000 from the Real Estate Education, the Research and Recovery Fund. What can Julia recover in this situation? Julia may not recover anything because she is a licensee acting as a principal in the transaction. In this situation, Julia cannot recover anything from the Real Estate Education, Research and Recovery Fund because she's a licensee acting as a principal in the transaction. A Georgia real estate licensee has been found guilty of violating the Georgia real estate licensing law. The Commission has the power to impose a fine of up to $1,000 for each violation. Anyone who violates provision of the Georgia real estate licensing law will be found guilty of a misdemeanor and face up to $1,000. An individual wishes to obtain a community association manager license. The individual must successfully complete education consisting of at least 25 hours. Among others requirements, an applicant for a community association management license must show successful completion of 25 hours and be at least 18 years of age. A person seeking a Georgia broker's license must meet each criteria except have to be 21 years old, successful completion of the 60-hour broker's pre-license course, high school graduate, except 5 years of experience as a salesperson. 5 years of experience as a salesperson associate. A person seeking a Georgia broker's license must be 21 years old, a high school graduate, and have successful completion of 60 hours of broker's pre-license course. Now, Sam has been a Georgia licensed salesperson for 4 years. When Sam's license is renewed, he must furnish the commission evidence of completing approved continuing education course totally, at least how many hours for each year of the renewal period. 6, When some license is renewed, he must furnish the commission evidence of completing an approved continuing education courses total at least 6 hours per each year of the renewal period. A person found to be in violation of the Georgia Residential Mortgage Fraud Act is guilty of a misdemeanor and upon conviction is punished by serving no less than 1 year in prison. The crime is a felony and the punishment is not less than 1 year or more than 10 years. Or more than 10 years. No court action may be required to foreclose when a security instrument contains a power of sale clause. Some states allow non-judicial foreclosure procedure to be used when the security instrument contains a power of sale clause. In non-judicial foreclosure, no court action is required. In those states that recognize deed of trust loans, the trustee is generally given the power of sale. Some states allow a similar power of sale to be used with a mortgage loan. An acceleration clause allows the lender to avoid repeated collection lawsuit. Without an acceleration clause, the lender would have to sue the borrower every time a payment was overdue. On a $300,000 loan where $9,000 is payable as point at closing, the borrower is responsible for 33 points. No, that's false. The amount payable is $9,000 and is divided by the loan amount, which is $300,000. Therefore, the number of points is 3, not 33. A mortgage that is called for end of period payment due on the first of the following month is payable in arrear. When payments are made at the end of a period, it is known as payment in arrear. Mortgage often called the end of the period due on the first of the following month. The power of sale provision in Georgia is a non-judicial foreclosure proceeding. The power of sale is a lien theory remedy for default that does not require any court action. The lender who charges interest in excess of a legal rate may forfeit the right to collect interest or principal on their loan. In some states, the lender that makes a usurious loan is permitted to collect the borrower's money, but only at the legal rate of interest. In others, a usurious lender may lose the right to collect any interest of any interest, or may lose the entire amount of the loan in addition to the interest.